Oh, landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And no, I am not a sack of nickels wearing a hat. I don't know who told you that. Who told you that? I need to know. But do me a favor and hit that like button or your dentist will punch you in the crotch. And let's take a look at the Holtzman's The Clip Point. That's what they named it. Not very imaginative, but you work with what you got, I guess. So let's get into this boy. And of course, you've got your obligatory microfiber. You've got a bonus pocket clip that is not as sturdy as the one that comes on the knife. We have got a key that's in T6 and T8. We have got a sharpening stone, which is in 400 grit and 1000 grit, which that should be interesting to mess with. I haven't tried to play with one of these in years. And of course, those were only one-sided. They came with like cheap survival knives. So I'll probably practice on some cheap knives with this just to see what I can do with a field sharpener. And we have got our obligatory pouch, and having a pouch in the display box, again, seems a little bit redundant, but yeah, I guess. So here we've got the boy. And let's close this up and get it off the camera. So this was a gift from and part of a trade from Wilderness Bushcraft. Let's take a second to thank him in the comments for making this happen. And because it's protocol, it'll bother you if I don't. And you know I love you. Let's take a look at this thing. And first things first, and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. We have got this gray G10, I believe. We have got the red liners on it, which look really good together. We got a flipper tab, so let's flick the bean. And we have got 3.58 inches of D2 steel. So, of course, you guys know I love D2. I've tested it to no end. And it's beaten 8CR13, 9CR18, VG10, Nitro V, a few others. Great steel, especially for what it does to the price of most knives. And he said that he got this in a killer deal on clearance from BattleBox. And yes, this is a BattleBox knife. And I'm going to say right now, this thing destroys the Fox Edge and the Revo Canyon that he got earlier. If I got either one of those in a BattleBox, I would have been quite incensed. But if I got this in a BattleBox, I would have been pumped. My God. So, of course, you know, we got the colorway here, and that's one of the first really noticeable things to me about it. I absolutely love this colorway. That gray against the red really pops. We got our liner lock right here. We have got some very smooth action. I mean, very smooth. It drops shut nicely. Our pocket clip is very strong. Skookum as frig. And, you know, this thing, and I think the overall length was 8.5 inches, give or take, thereabouts. But let's flick the bean again. And the blade length, that really gets me. And of course, I believe this is called a reverse Tonto. I've heard people call this that. But either way, this does the same thing a drop point will, which I am very happy to see. You know, your drop point, very basic. My favorite EDC blade shape. You know, it's tied for first with the oversized pocket cleaver. But you know, this thing, I really like this thing so far. I had never heard of Holtzman's until this got dropped in my hands. And, you know, once I really got this out of the box and took a look at it, I got real excited. I am looking forward to carrying this thing. And, of course, I didn't get a chance to show it to you earlier. It's been sitting for a while just because I got sick. We had the holiday stuff to clear out. And I've been, you know, kind of tied up with videos, almost getting too backed up to get caught up until now. So now we're taking a look at it. I'm showing you this guy, and I think like it might be Holtzman's Gorilla series. I'm not sure. You know, I went and looked at the website to figure out what it was called so I could share that with you guys, and they just named it The Clip Point. There's nothing else going on for name or branding. Holtzman's The Clip Point. You know, it's like I had to look about 3 times on that. It's like they did not name that The Clip Point. Yes, they did. All right, cool. We're going to roll with it. But, you know, the quality on this thing feels really good. And I think on Holtzman's website, the price was $85, which is a little bit steep for D2, but the build quality on this thing is amazing. Like, this feels really good. And if it came with a higher end steel, I can't even begin to imagine what they could get away with charging for this. You know, if you had this in M390 or you had this in Magna Cut or something like that, my God, they could charge quite a bit for it. So, yeah, I am very excited about this thing. Let's take a look at the factory edge. I did not grab paper before I started because I don't do prep work. Yeah, the factory edge on this is really, really nice. I mean, it is so good. You know, those cuts are very, very nice. They feel great. Let's go ahead and take a look at this on the sharpness tester that you guys kindly provided through your channel memberships, your super chats, your donations. Y'all provided this, so thank you. Thank you again. But let's take a look at it. All right. I am arming the tester. Everyone stand back. Okay, the dangerous part's over. And we got a 219. So that's in line with or a little better than a lot of factory edges we've been getting lately. We've been seeing a lot of 225s, a lot of 250s, you know, things in that range. So, you know, it's not too shabby on that one. Now, this thing is on the heavy side. It's a bit of a chunk. Let's take a look at what we're holding there. 158 grams. Stupid metric pounds, but a little on the heavy side. Definitely not the worst thing I've seen by a fair amount, but she do be weighing a bit. She got some gravity to her. So, you know, I wanted to show you guys this thing, and, of course, go ahead and get your sneak preview on this thing. Get our first really deep, primal, earthy smell of this thing. I like what I'm seeing so far a lot. A lot. Like I said, the quality on this feels like it is very, very high. And of course, I'll come back to you later with my preview before I carry this thing for a week, let you know what I expect it to do over the course of the week and whether or not I think there might be problems. But yeah, this, and you know, again, I had never heard of Holtzman's before this, so I didn't know what to expect. Before it got dropped in my hands, I had never heard of Holtzman's. So, excited to carry this thing, but yeah, all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. Y'all keep coming in. I appreciate you so, so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We have got our live streams. We got regular videos. There's plenty of activities. Comments. I love some feedback. If you've got some Holtzmans, let everybody know how you think they do, what you feel about them. What do you think about this guy in particular? And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.